So let's start by pay homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So in lesson 33, passive verbs. So passive verb also here you see, passive verbs are formed by adding the usual vowel termination to the passive base. And then there are two ways to form the passive vowel base by adding the suffix "er" to the present active base, or by adding the affix, the suffix "ya" directly to the root. Okay, so that means so passive verb to form the, the first way is to the, present, so vowel base, and then so actually with the okay, so and then passive voice suffix "ya" is added. So after that, the vowel termination. Okay, so at that time, and then another way is to the root, and then passive voice suffix "ya," and then vowel termination. So in this way, we have the two ways, but here, the same way, we are forming the past participle or gerund or infinitive. So if we form the passive verb by adding to the suffix to the present vowel base before that. So actually E is added, but so sometimes in some form maybe E also can be seen. But to the root, if passive suffix "ya" is added, so at that time maybe so assimilation of the conjunct consonants. Okay, assimilation will apply. So in this way. So now, for example, the verb bongetti. We already know that the verb bongetti, root bouge. So from the bongetti, so bongetti means he, eats. Okay. And then now we take bonjat base. So after that, passive suffix "ya" and then "di." So before the "ya," maybe, E is added. Or sometimes, instead of the prasabara with the adenobara also can be seen. So at that time, the verb we have passive verb is, bongji yeti. Or so bongji yeti in this way. So at that time, so is eaten. Passive verb is in this way, is eaten. So the same way, we have the pajati. So he cooks. But so we take the baja base and then passive surface ya, and then the or, the. So at that time before the ya, so it is inserted. So we have the, bajiyati, or the other but with the adenobada. So bajiyati in this way. So that is why here we all passive form. So to the root, ya directly added, or to the present vowel base. So here, and then if we, maybe some verbs are, okay. So to the root, now second way. So ya is added, and then the or the. So at that time, here the ending consonant of the root and the ya or ya suffix. So ja, ya, change to the ja, ja. So bojeti or bojeti. The same meaning is eaten. And then root baj, and then ya, and then di or, di. Here also, ja, ya, change to the, ja, ja. Assimilated. So bijeti or bijeti means is cooked. So in this way. Okay, so in this way we form. And then now, so based on that information, so causal passive verb is forming. So for example, so Bajati, so he cooks. And then the causative is Bajiti. So causes him to cook. So in this way. So from that for causal passive, so causal active, so vowel base to that. So passive voice surface ya, and then D or D. I don't know bra or bra. At the time also here vowel base that is one. So E is inserted. So now here Baji is causal active vowel base. Now Baji, and then now Ya, before Ya, E is inserted, and then D or D. So now we have the Bajiyeti. Bajiyeti. So is maybe, so he is caused to cook. He is caused to cook, or he is ordered to cook in this way. Maybe, so causes or commands him to cook. Now he also commanded or ordered to cook. So in this way. So that is fine. Here, so Bajiyeti, or maybe so Bajiyeti. So a bit different. Not here Bajiyeti, here Bajiyeti is here, Bajiyeti here, Bajiyeti. So let's say lengthening, our lengthening, the result of the causative surface can be seen in that form. So in this way, to form the passive verb, so to the present vowel base by adding the surface ya before that E or E is inserted and the vowel termination in this way. But this way is very simple. Okay, you see in the book here the first method. So the verb banded or the banded so present base banda, and then bandiyeti. So the meaning also bind. Banded is bind. So bandiyeti means it is bound. And ki nadi he binds, so ki na base. So ki ni yeti, it is bought. And desedi he is found, desi. So desi yeti, it is expounded. So karodi and then kariyeti, it is stand. So those forms are, from the present power base, active power base, by adding suffix ya and the e. So it is formed in this way. So now, final vowel of the present active base is dropped before the affix ya. Actually, ya is just surface. E is just inserted like the, gerund form or, past participle form. We have learned to them. And then now the important one we need to know is here in paragraph number 177. So when the letter ya is added to the consonant, the following changes take place. So in way of forming, second way, to the root. So ya suffix is added. So at that time, the root is ending in the consonant like the ja or ja. At that time, two consonants together we can see. So ja, ya, and so on. At that time, ya is assimilated as a ja. The ya is assimilated as a ja. So mostly, ya is assimilated as the ending consonant of the root. That is a very simple way. But some are changing. So some rule here you see in the book. So Baya become the Baba, and Baya become the Baba, and so on. But here, order is random, actually easy to remember. So we can say in this way. So consonant plus ya. So at that time, we have the past group is ka group. The past math is group consonant. Group consonant plus ya. That is the past one. So now, ka, ka, ga, and the ga. But nga is quite rare. Nga we don't use. So now with the ya, okay. So ga ya to the ga ga, and then ka ya to the so ka ka no ka ka, and then the same way ga ya so to the ga ga, and then so ga ya to the ga ga. So you see, ka is non-aspirate sound without ha. So at the time, ka ka you see, but ka is non-aspirate sound with the ha. But so we don't have the ka ka, only ka and the ka. So such a assimilation can be seen. So the same way. Now second group, ja, cha, ja, ja, but here nya in this group. So now when we see jaya, commonly, ja ja. When we see so cha ya also ja cha. And when we see ja ya at the time ja ja. And when we see ja ya, commonly ja cha. The same way when we see nya ya, so become the nya nya in this way. And then now this is so ka group, this is ja group palatal sound. And then now pa group, ba. So pa, ba, ba, ma. Okay. And then ba ya also become the ba ba. And then pa ya become the ba pa. And then ba ya become the ba ba. And ba ya become the ba ba. And ma ya become the mama in this way. So these three groups, ka group, ja group, and ba group are very simple. But the other group is da and ta, da, da, and the na. The same way, da, ta, da, da, and the na. So for these, actually, we call it, so happen the, instead of assimilation, so palatalization in this way, palatalization. So that means, even though, ta, ya, so instead of becoming the, da, da, so commonly become the ja, ja. So that is a, palatalization. This is palatal group, the same as this group. Let's see. And then ta, ya become the also, ja, cha. So da, ya become the ja, ja. And then da, ya become the, ja, ja. And then na, ya become the, nya, nya. So palatalization, the same as the palatal group, you see. The same way, the second one also, da, ya become the ja, ja instead of the da, da. And ta, ya, so become the ja, cha. And then da, ya, so become the ja, ja. And da, ya become the ja, ja. And then na, ya become the, nya, nya. So that is one. Some rules, for example, rule, bood, yeah, and then da, and then we add the passive suffix, ya suffix, and then the or, d. So at that time, you see, da, ya become the ja, ja. So that is we have the, budget, not budget. Okay. So, and then the same way, so ru, cheat, okay, ru, cheat, and then passive suffix, ya, and d, or, d. So at that time, so da, ya become the ja, ja. So we have the, chejeti in this way. Okay, these are, based on the group consonant. Okay, so in group consonant, so two ways. The first one is assimilation. The second one is, palatalization. And then now, so second one is, so grouplet consonant and the ya. So, for example, ra, ya, and then ya, ra, la, la, ya, and then wa, ya, and then sa, ya, so, and then ha, ya. Okay, so these five possibility is what happened, you see. Now you see, raya become the yara. Okay, raya become the yara. So that is metathesis. change their position. So Raya become the Yara. Okay. And then for the Laya, also let's see. Changing their position. And then next one is, Laya. So here you see Laya to the Lala. So Laya become the Lala. Okay, that is assimilation. And then Waya. So Waya also actually two steps assimilation, Waya, and then Wawa become the Baba. Here also assimilation, you see. And then Saya also actually Sasa. That one also actually assimilation. The same as the group consonant, assimilation. But, Haya, so become the Yaha by the Raya. So changing their position. Okay, in this way. So we can understand easily, systematically. So such a changing can happen. So, but here very random, so difficult to remember. So that is why we should follow this way. So in the group consonant, so Gaya, Gaga, Kaka, Gaga, Jaja, and Gaga, Jaja, Chacha, Jaja, Jaja, Nyanya, Papa, Bapa, and so on. And then next group is palatalization, Daya to the Jaja. Okay. And then now second group is, actually assimilation. All of them are assimilation, but the other, so Raya to the Raya changing their position, and then Haya to the Yaha also changing their position. So in this way. Okay, so now here examples. So Rubad, as here, yes, so because of Daya, so palatalization happened, Here you see, so Daya become the Jaja. So Bijati, so is born. And the cheat to cut. So here Daya become the, Jaja. So Chejadi, kind of palatalization. But Ja here, so Jaya. So Jaya become the here Jaja. So that is assimilation. And then Boot also here Daya become the Jaja. So palatalization. And then this, yes, Saya. So Saya become the Sasa assimilation, you see. They said D. And then Gaha. So Gaha here, Haya. So Haya become the Yaha, changing their position. So Gaya Hati is taken. So so Rukar here, Raya. So Raya actually so change their position, and also here exception. So for the Rugar, and then passive voice suffix ya, and then D or D. But even though ru ya is added to the root, so it is inserted in this way. So actually it should be Gari Yati or so Gari Yati. But among then, so Ra and Ya change their position as a Ya Ra. That is fine. So Kayi Rati. And then Kayi Rati in this way. Let's see. So now E insertion, not E in this way. That means it's done. Okay, in this way can be seen there. And then now, so some rule we have. So they are ending in the vowel like the root ni, root su, root ta, and so on. So at that time, so such a change, irregular change, or not change there. So these are irregular changes. Exception also. And then, so root ending in vowel, and then ya suffix. So for example here, root ni, and then ya suffix, and then d or d. So nothing changed here. So ni ya d or ni ya d is led. Okay. But the other one, so root su, and then ya, and then so d or d. So at that time, so vowel u of root su become long. So su ye ti or su ye di. So in this root su mean is hard. Root su in this way, su ye ti, so ye su ye di. So but from that, maybe the other special change and also by changing. So for example here e ya change to the so long vowel becomes short and double. So in this way, so ne ye ti, and then ne ye ti. So in this way, here also such a change can be seen. So u ya become the o ya. So ye ti, and then ye ti, the same meaning, but such a change, power shifting. So long vowel becomes short, and later, so in Pali, such a changing can be seen.
Excuse me, Bante.
Yeah.
You typed the niyati twice.
Ah.
Niyati and niyati.
Okay. So now this rule, you need to remember. So long vowel plus so single consonant, so equal to the so short vowel so double consonant. So in this way. So based on this one, another change also can be seen. Sometimes, long vowel alone also change to the or equal to the short vowel plus single consonant also in this way. So here you see, so long vowel single consonant becomes short vowel double consonant. Here also long vowel single consonant, so become short vowel double consonant in this way. But later, so also can be seen, maybe some example also at the time also, I will remind that one. So, and then the root ending in the vowel and the ya suffix, for example, those root ending in the R. So root da, and then become the ya. So D, and then D. So at that time, so root vowel R change to the, E. Change to the E. So, D, D. And then, so D, D mean, is given. The same way, so root ba to drink, and ya, and then D, and then D. So here also, R is changed to the E. R is replaced by the E. So, B, D, and then B, D is drank. Okay, so for those mean or here, the other, so root ma to measure, and D, D. So here also R is replaced by the E. So me D or me D is measured. And the other root, some rare root ending in the A. So for example, root K, and then ya, and then D. Sorry. Or D. So at that time, this A also, change to the E. So D, and then D. So it's stand. And another root. So we, to we. Okay. So we did, or we did is woven. Okay. So, and then now another change is, okay. Before going to here, one more information. Now, exception. Even though those rules are ending in the, are, but not changing. For example, root, nya, and the passive voice surface, ya. So, d or d. So, nothing change. So, nya, ye, d, or nya, ye, d is known. Okay. And then another box is, so R prefix, root car, and then ya, and then d or d. So nothing change. Only so eka ye d, or so eka ye d. Maybe it's spoken. Eka ye d is so it's said. So like the Swakata said. So in this way, exception can be seen. And then, so in such a, passive, so what of the root, so change to the, who. So this art is changed to the who. So for example, root watch, and then passive voice surface ya, and then d or, so d. So, and then, this vowel is, now one more step. So what is changed to the who, or maybe is changed to the who also. And then, jaya become the jaja in this way. So wojeti, not wojeti. Okay. So wojeti. So, and then another bar is here, you see, was. Okay, wojeti. So wojeti also is said. Root was, and then ya, and then d, and then d. Here also, so what is changed to the wu, and then saya, and the sasa. So wo seti, and then wo seti. So is dwelled, or Yeah, is lived or has been lived this way. And then, so waha. And the passive voice type is ya. And then di or di. So here also, so wa is changed to di, wu. And then, so here ha ya change their position as the ya ha. So now, so won shot di. A wu ha di. So is drawn, is carried. Okay. Is carried in this way. Okay, these are way of changing in passive form, the same root. So when ya suffix added to the root, for the vowel base is very simple. We don't need to change anything. Just e is inserted, but ya is added to the root at the time. Such a consonant changing happen, kaya to the kaka, kaya to the kaka, and so on. And then if we see dark group and dark group, so such a pluralization, daya to the ja, and taya to the cha, and so on, daya to the ja. But in the group-like consonant, raya change their position, laya are assimilated as a la, so waya become wa, and ba, fire become the sa, but haya change their position in this way. And then some roots are ending in the consonant vowel. So like the root ni, root su, and root bu. Okay, so right. Root bu also we have sometimes passive form and so anu prefix and root bu. So passive voice suffix ya and then di or so di. Nothing changed. So anu bu ya di and then anu bu ya di. So that means is experienced. Is experienced in this way. And then those who ended in the R. So at that time, that R is replaced by the E in this way. So from the root da, D, from the root ba, P, D, from the root ma, mi, D. And also some root ending in the A also replaced by the E. So from the root G, D, from the root we, so we, D, and so on. But here's some exception. Even though ending in the R, nothing change. So nya, D, eka, D, and then some root. So starting with the wa sound. So at that time, labialization, So what is labial R is guttural. Right? Those are is replaced by the labial sound with the u. What become the wu? What become the wu? And so on. Okay, and then next is what? So this one is sentence structure. So sentence structure. In the basic sentence structure in Pali, so now we already know that two kinds of verb. One is, active. So active verb. And then next is, so passive verb. Okay. So other than sentence structure can be changed. So for example, subject, and then object, and then verb. Okay. So if verb is active, so at that time, so its subject will be with the nominative case. If object will be with the accusative case. So for example, so Buri saw or Danan, and then Bajeti in this way. Verb. So if the verb is passive, so at the time subject will be with the instrumental case. If object will be with the nominative case. So if the verb is passive. So for example, now, so Buri Sena, and then or then no. And then so Bajiyeti or so Bijeti in this way. So the meaning is, so a man cooks rice. Right? But here, so rice is cooked by a man. So in this way. Okay, that is why, at that time, so even though grammatically it is subject, but we don't say it is called the agent. That is right here. In passive verbs, so the agent of the action or verb is for the instrumental case. This way, or patient or object of the action verb is put in nominative case. So, and also at that time, you see, in the active, so verb and subject must have agreement here because of that person singular. Okay, the present and that person singular here. Bruce also that person singular. But so in the passive, so verb is present and that person singular. So object is present and that person singular. Such an agreement. So that is why, instead of Buddha say na, Buddha say he also can be. It's okay. Buddha say he, so bind the man. So can be, so in this way can be Buddha say na or Buddha say it's okay. But in the passive, only object and verb. So must have agreement, singular, plural, person, and so on. So that is here, you see. Both, so in the agreement with the predicate in person and number. So Bodhina Dhammo Desiyate, the Dhamma is expounded by the Buddha. So as a Bodhi Dhammo Desiyate also possible. And Jorina Don, so Bahariyasi, so here Don is object. So you are attacked by the thief. So that is a verb is here, that was second person singular. So and then Rinya Ahan Dandiyami. So I am punished by the king. So here hand is object or patient. So Dandiyami is the past person singular. Okay, in this way can be seen. Okay. So the short final vowel of the root is lengthened before so surface ya. So that is referring to the root su. Yeah, here root su yeah. Become long in this way. So not okay. So that is in this, structure. You need to know that. Actually, while learning the past participle, also I already explained this structure. Now again, okay. Okay, and then so next information is what? So here's some examples. You see, so Gami Bonjeti. That is active. He enjoys sensual pleasure. But in the passive, Dina Kama Bojati or Bojandi. So Kama is plural, that is a Bojandi or Bonjiyandi. Sensual pleasures are enjoyed by him. That is passive. So Bodho Dhammandi si. The Buddha expounded the Dhamma, that is active. But Bodhina Dhammo Desiyata, that is past tense. Past tense, that person, singular adenovara. Okay, the Dhamma was expounded by the Buddha. Okay, and so organ, that is sati, that is future tense. So he will cross the flood. And also Dina Ogo, that is sati. The flood will be crossed by him. So with the future tense also can be seen past tense in every mood, every tense. So can be applied. So ahan, rokan, achiche, ichiche, that is past tense. I cut the tree. And so maya roko, ichiche ta, the tree was cut down by me. And also not imperative. Say so Weijian, say Kadu, made the pupil learn science. And also say Sina Weija, say Kiyetu, may science be learned by the pupil. So in this way. Okay. And then next informations are passive present participle and then future passive participle or gerunded. These two information should be for next time because now time's already up. Okay, so any question? Okay, Damadra.
Bante, just go back to Purisena and Purisehi. Purisena and Purisehi. Maybe Bante can add rice is cooked by the man and by men also.
Right.
Thank you, Bante.
Okay. And then Sumana.
Yes, Bante, can you explain more about by the king in instrument case?
This one, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so actually, So as the active sentence, so Raja, man. So Dandy, okay, they can punish me in this way. So, and then that is active. Okay, the meaning already, I skipped that one. Now passive, actually passive, this one is, so Rajan, the consonant now Rajan, and then instrumental case, so actually, we had the, so, sorry, we had the, Rajina in this way, Rajina. So from the Rajina, this E is dropped. So now we have the Rajana, and then from that one, so R becomes short before the double consonant, and then so na and ja na. So ja na change to the actually I want to say janya. So nya because so here na is dental group, ja is labial group. That is labialization. Maybe systematically, so it should be so jana to the janya first stage, and then janya to the actually nya in this way. Now we have the rinya. So that is instrumental case. So now, so rinya, and then object. So because of passive verb, so object instead of the man, aham, and then so dan, so dandy yami in this way. So now, so I am punished. That is passive. So by the cane in this way. Okay, so any question? Okay, so Ashley.
Good evening, Bante.
Mm-hmm.
In the item 177 in notebook, in the book, Bante, in this table, I also see the ya become to dada and the ya become to the in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 and the 8 light. You see it?
Maybe that is typing mistake actually. We don't have example.
Yes, I see it, Bante. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Haru.
Yes, Bante. So for the first point, Bante, it is when we form with the passive voice, even it is coming from verbal base or from the root, and then we add with the suffix iya if it is add with verbal base, or with ya if we add it with the root, and then we plus with the verbal terminations, that is d or they in the present tense. It means that is done something. So in case of the if it's in case of words plus with past participle or word plus with past participle, so we can change it like with from verbal base or from the root, we add with iya or ya, and then we plus with the verbal terminations in hiyatani or ajatani to form a words or word plus with past participle. Is that right, Bante?
So at that time, if we use past participle, for example, so for example here, one more example. So Buddha saw all the name budget D that is active, and then now, so Buddha saw all Buddha Sena and ordinal. So budget D, that one also okay. That is present tense, and maybe so budget to imperative, and then so bijya optative, so and so on. Any verb can be, but if we use so buri sena ordinal, and then so for example past participle bajito, so at that time the other one, as you said, so to mean was or where, so actually hodi or a horsey, or maybe for future tense, so bawe, sati, and so on. Just verb to be.
Yeah.
The same meaning, right?
Yes. But is there the option, Bante, that for example that is eaten, it is for the previous passive voice, Bante?
So at the time, a horsey.
Okay, so at that time that we use a horsey instead of for example that bunchiyati, it is eaten. And if we change into was eaten, that we didn't change like bunchi instead of yati, so that bunchi ya, and then we add with the
right.
Ajatani or hiyatani.
Right, exactly.
Can we do that, Bante?
Of course. So that is why, so now we need to note that easily. So for example, buj, to the use, so passive voice suffix ya added. So at that time we have the, boja, or the other way to the, so bonja base by adding the, iya. So we have the, bonjia base. Both of these are, so passive verb base. Boja also passive verb base. So after that, any tense, any mood can apply. Okay.
Yeah.
So after that, after boja, present tense, future tense, past tense, imperative, optative, conditional mood can apply. The same way after the bonjia also.
Yeah. So at that time, for example, that if we add with the past one, with a simple past one, for example, that with ajatani. So in that situation that we will add with E or eta or with long R if it is in Atano Pada.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it will be, but it punja already, and if it is add with long R is in Ajatani, third person singular with the long R, so
So
it just
bonjiya.
punja.
Oh yeah, bonja or bonjiya.
Yeah. So that the verbal terminations will be depend that which of the mood or which of the tense we would like to use, and we can
Right.
attach with this one.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Pante. I got it. And one more point, Pante, the last one, that is for the last point as well. It's for the sentence structure. So with the verb in passive verb, that the instrumental, and then it will go with the sentence structure, Pante. So if the verb in passive verb, so we have instrumental, nominative as the object, and then with the passive verb. So nominative and the passive verb will be alike in terms of cases, plural or singular.
Right.
But for the instrumental, it can be in singular or plural.
Any person.
Yes, any person. So I just wonder that it may be because in the active verb, it's on alike for nominative and active verb. But in the passive verb, it is different of the instrumental there, of course, because nominative it changed already. But I mean that why it can be flexible for the instrumental, that it may be in singular or plural, why it can accept in that way, Bante.
Why it, sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry, Bante. So I means that in the passive verb sentence, so that the instrumental there, either it can be singular or it can be in plural. Why it can accept like that? For example, that the rice, if we have the active verbs, okay, the man cooks rice. And we also just say that one man cooks rice. But in the passive verb, when we change it in passive, so that by a man or by man, it means that singular or plural is still be acceptable. But in fact, it's just one man only cooked that rice. But when we put into passive verb, that rice, the rice is cooked by men. It means that maybe by plural or singular, it still be acceptable.
Actually, that is not only in the passive, even the active also. For example, so buriso, so gunman, karoti, or so buriso, gamani, karoti also possible. So that means inactive, so object is optional, singular or plural or any number can be. So we don't need to align with the above.
Yeah.
But the same way in passive also, the agent or subject is, optional. So any person, any number can be. We don't need to align with the above because so in passive, object is, how to say, predominant, or maybe object is emphasized. But in active, subject is emphasized. So that is a subject we need to take care to align with the verb. In the passive, object is focused. That is why object is we need to care to align with the verb. But the other agent is optional. Anyone we like, we can use.
Yeah. Thanks, Bante. It's clear for me with this point. Thank you very much, Bante, for the guidance. Just add on one more point only, Bante, that if we have the Pali sentence in passive verb, for example, that Puri Sehi Odano Pachiyati, and then if it is Puri Sehi Odano Pachiyati, and then the exercise asks us to change from passive verb into active verb sentence. So in that situation, that we will say it is Purisa
Yeah.
Odana.
Buriso. Oh, yeah, right. Burisa.
Odanang and
Odanan.
Bachanti.
Bajanti.
Yeah, I got it. So it is the different situation of passive verb, and then we change with the active verb. It will be, maybe it is another option. It's not just one option that instrumental will be in singular, because it's plural. So when we change into the active, we also get the instrumental and the main verb, active verb will be aligned of the case, and also singular or plural as well. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, thank you very much, Bante. Yeah.
Okay, Damadra.
Bante, regarding the punja plus e, should be ear, is it? Just not, no. Down. Punja plus ear. The year should be there, is it? Ear.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Bante.
Okay, Ashley.
Bante, may I ask, if we for example, the word punja, you said that the passive verbal base, so I mean that this is passive verbal base. So after that we can divide it into the another mood, such as affective mood or imperative mood or future, and yeah, and we have another yes, Bante. Okay. Thank you, Bante.
And then any question? Okay, so okay, hello.
Yeah, excuse me, Bante. For those of the rules or the principle that when we change from active to passive, with some of the changing of the vowels or consonant, things like that, even that we know that Bante already guided us with a group of the consonants or the way that how we change it, but there is so, in fact, it still be so many, Bante. So how is the way that we can learn about this principle, Bante, and not confusions, or cannot remember that, because I see there's so many groups and many principles.
Even though many, actually only two. So one is assimilation. So okay, I should be here. This group is assimilation. Another group is palatalization. And also another here also, all of them are, just assimilation. And the other one is changing their position. Altogether, only 3. And then the easiest way to remember is, so ya assimilated to the ending consonant. So former one is ga, so ya become ga. Former one is ka, ya become the ga, ka, ya become the ga, and so on. So so any consonant never assimilate as the ya, will never become ya, because so passive suffix and the root consonant, so the root express the meaning. The meaning is important. So the end of the consonant, ending consonant of the root, so follow ya to change, assimilate ya, etc. at the time. So it's difficult to guess what kind of root, and also we cannot guess its meaning also. That is why ya follow to the ending consonant of the root.
Yes, Bante. And apart from these 2 groups here, Bante, we also have some of the situations of the vowel ending. And with the vowel ending, it's also have with ni, with u, with long r, a. So that is, we also have to learn by heart, or there's no way.
You don't need to learn by heart. Actually, just making a chart, so whenever you forget, so you can review again. You can read again. Oh, which one? So later you will remember.
Oh, yeah. So read over and over again.
Mm.
It makes us to memorize.
Mm.
Yeah. And for the vowel ending, Bante, is it have the case of the O of the vowels ending? In here that we have the situations of long R with E, with U, and with A. But is there any cases that it is the O ending for the root ending in vowel plus with ya, but it is the O ending vowel, Bante?
Have you seen any root ending in the O?
In the situations of the root ending in vowel plus ya, Bante, yeah, with the root that with the O vowel ending. Is there any case of that?
I haven't seen so any root ending in the O.
Oh yeah, because in here, Bante, in the guidance that Bante give the situation of root ending in vowel, we also have long e like niyati with u, suyati with r, long r, with a that is ge, root ge plus with ya, and then it changed into giyati. So we just only have one case of the root if it have the O ending only. So I just see there
So
is
no root
case.
ending in the O.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Bante.
Okay, and then any question else? Okay, so if no more, so let me start here by saying sadhu. So sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Good night,
Thank you,
Bante.
Bante.
Thank you.
Good night, welcome.
Thank you, Bante. Good night. Sukyotu.
Good night, Sukihotu.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Bante. Good night, Suki
Welcome.
Hotu.
Good night.